They just want you to sit in your chair and go, hip hip hooray, for the Western press and the Western narrative, regurgitating the same old, every single day, without guts. Please watch the first series, the first 2 episodes, the second series. Look at that.
Absolutely fascinating.
And it was the first time the Beatles had really stopped being semi-professional almost.
So Blade then, wasn't I? But you should all maze up. Frank's Blaze anyway. Shame. But anyway, good morning everyone. It's film and TV review. I've even got Jason watching The Outsider. He said, it's brilliant. Jason, the producer. So I know that you all haven't seen. No, Johan's watched it. He said it's fantastic as well. It's a really good TV series. It's only a small TV series. It doesn't go on forever. There's only 8 or 10 episodes, and that's that. Also, I was saying last night on my pod to watch 47 Ronin. I don't know whether anyone's watched it or not. I just don't know. Excuse me. Anyway, it's the series is absolutely brilliant. I tell you what else is brilliant as well, but only the first series. Fuck the second series. And I watched this back to back too. Only a small, about eight episodes, and that's Your Honour. Absolutely brilliant. Bryan Cranston. And see what you've been saying. I couldn't find my glasses, and it's and I was straining my eyes. Jason was texting me this morning, and I couldn't find my glasses. And I was straining my eyes, and my eyes are all it's just terrible, put it that way. My eyes, they're all strained, and I can't focus really as normal. Eyes, that is. Even reading these, honestly, it's terrible. It's terrible how some YouTubers are talking about, yeah, of course, scapegoats. The scapegoats. Scapegoats. These are the people who love slot. Edward. Hello, Frank in chat. Hey, Edward. Yeah, film and TV. The boss. Film and TV, yes again, to Edward. But As we all know, the game is to find scapegoats instead of removing the poison. That slut. That's right. That's right. But you won't get rid of the boardroom, I'm afraid. They're here to stay. Greetings, FC and chatters. 3 films I watched. Angela's Ashes. Yeah. Irish Historical with Robert Carlyle and Emily Watson. Yeah. The Railwayman, Japanese war criminal. And September of Shiraz. Something about, is that 79 Iran? September. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. That's a cracking little film, that. It is, it's good. Seen that. Morning, Frank. And chat, says TW. Morning, T. Irish. Hit the like, says the boss. Thank you, boss. I can't get the Outsider. Why? On your stream. Well, that's a shame because it's a very good series, boss. It really is. You'd enjoy it. I know you would. It's a cracking. It's good. It's clever. 47 Ronan. Good film, says the boss. Thanks. It is. And Ezra says, I'll have to watch 47 Ronan. I've seen Ronan with De Niro. Yeah, it's a cracking film. It really is. With Jean Reno as well. I think Jean Reno was a cracking actor, French actor. And it is a very good film. Jonathan Pryce is in it. Sean Bean's in it as well. Great film. The car chase in Ronan is great, says. Yeah, it is, actually. It is. It really is. Morning. Not too bad today. I've even got the window. Says Gary the Rigby. You want to try sitting in my place? God blimey. And the boss says, I think he's saying to us with Ronan is an entirely different film. Yeah, it is. Entirely different. Oh, fucking hell. My eyes are terrible, boys. I can't really focus, honestly. Never try and check. A fucking nuisance. I couldn't find my glasses. I only text and email with these on. And my distant glasses are a waste of time. And I didn't have a pair with me. I was in bed when I was texting. And fucking eyes are strained to fuck. Mr. Memory, I remember Sunday afternoon films when no footy to watch, like Spring and Port Wine with James Mason and Susan Judge. Yeah. Mason's brilliant. Susan George is just, to me, a glamour girl. Not a bad actress, actually, you know, don't get me wrong. She married Simon McCorkindale, and he died. He died, Simon McCorkindale, from that horrible disease, the big C, and she never ever got over that. You know, because they were really in love with each other. Shame. And Gary says, I love Susan George, and so did I, in the 70s. She was brilliant, and I knew a fella named Del Henny. He only came from around my neighbourhood, and he was in Straw Dogs, the original Straw Dogs with Susan George and Dustin Hoffman. And it was a cracker. It was a very good film. And Del Henny said she was a lovely, lovely girl. Great to work with. I think he's dead now, Del. Del Henny, Scouser. Can you wear the shades? Says Ed. Be no good now. As I said, I've strained my eyes, and it takes a few hours to come into focus again. Edwards, it's shocking, honestly. I was straining them, and that's getting it. I shouldn't have answered the text, you see, but I had to. And Jason was having a big long chat and everything. Fuck it now. And I just found him before I come in here. He was down the side of my chair. Sat down the side of my chair. I was lucky not to lose them altogether, because if they would have gone right down, that would have been the end of it. They would have been lost forever. I think I'll have to start wearing my shades, though, to be honest, Gary, Edward. I'll have to start wearing them, because I do get blinds and headaches after pods. I won't be wearing them this afternoon, though, watching, doing a watch along later on this afternoon. Hello, Gary, Rigby, and Boss, says Edward. Frank Carlyle in 47, a bit revenge in the story, definitely worth a watch, says the Boss. Yeah, it is. It's about revenge. And it's a great love story too. If you bypass that. And Susan George, says the Boss, was definitely a pin-up when I was a lad. Straw Dogs was shocking at the time. It was. It was. It was, Boss. I missed the memory. See one the other day with James Mason, the Macintosh man with Paul Newman. I won't watch him. Watched him in a couple. He was a fucking horrible person, apparently. And Gary says, Del Henny, I'd probably know him if I said you would. You would know him. He's a nice fella, actually. He only came from my area. Gary. And he wasn't a big head or anything, he wasn't one of these fellas. Oh, yeah, it's me. It wasn't one of them. James Mason and Paul Newman, The Verdict, classic film. Yeah, that was a good film. I don't normally watch Newman. And Edward says, maybe it's better, Frank, if you do wear them. I'll have to start, because why I don't wear them, I've said it before, Edward, you might get somebody, just tuning in, and they see me sitting there with a pair of shades on, and they just go, oh, what's this fella like? Who is he? You know what I mean? And they don't know why I'm wearing them. That's why I won't wear them, honestly. And the opticians said you've got to wear them if you're doing podcasts. It's only because of my cataracts and something else wrong with my eyes. which I didn't know at the time I had. And it was only when I went to get new glasses, you know. I said to Francie and my daughter, I said, I've got to get new glasses, you know. So she said, all right, Dad. So she brought me up to Specsave. And he said, well, that, you know, blowing in your eyes and giving you the x-rays. Fucking hell. Anyway, you know, I didn't realise what I had. The way it is. But anyway, yeah, 47 Rolling. Has anybody watched, and I did recommend this, and it's a cracking film. 12 hours on YouTube. Just, you know, if you're on YouTube and you're getting the films up, just search 12 hours. Nick Cage. It's a cracking film. Really good film. Highly recommended. Don't worry about wearing shades, Frank, says the boss. You have enough loyal supporters on all your channels. Newcomers should have to bear. Or do you want the lasses to see you? Oh. Yeah. Mr. Memory, Paul, yeah, Road to Perdition. That was a cracking film. Cracking film, that. I tell you, he was good in that, actually. God blimey, I got blurry again. I tell you, he was good in that as well. Was Jude Law. He was a sly boots, wasn't he? He was snazzy, yeah. Road to Perdition. And Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was good in it. And, you know, you see Tom Hanks playing a character that you'd never think he would play. You think he'd never play a hitman. I was thinking of a film, I couldn't think of it. And I forget the title of it. And it's rather a newish one. It's not on YouTube, though. You'd have to stream it somewhere along the line. And it's Michael Keaton. And he plays a hitman. It's Not a Merry Gentleman, which is on YouTube. It's Not a Merry Gentleman. Or is it? I wonder if they've threw it on there. But anyway, it's a cracking film. No, it's Not a Merry Gentleman, because I watched that. But I forget the title. I've been looking for it this morning. Couldn't find it. And the boss says, I'll have a look for you'll enjoy it. You will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. The opening scene is good. It's just looking down, you know, in the night, looking down the street. And you just see some drunken middle-aged fella singing, you know, drunk. You only see him. He's only walking down the street. It's good. It's good. Edward Constantine is a good. Yeah, it is, actually. I think he's made another one, you know. I think he's made another one, Constantine, lately. Or he's making one. Mr. Bean is a nut. I can't stand him. I like Rowan Atkinson. He's a very intelligent man, actually. He's an intellectual. But Mr. Bean, fucking hell. No, don't watch him. Just me. Jason's got this up. Fucking hell, why is this going all blurry? I know it's a focus thing. Yeah, good man. Boss. Knox goes away. Good man. Excellent stuff. Well researched that. Well done. That's the Knox goes away. It's well worth, if you haven't seen it, it's well worth a look. It's well worth a look. I like that. Well done there, boss man. Well done there, mate. So you see, there are good films out that we can get our teeth into. And Knox goes away. Get onto that if you can stream it along the line. It's really good, Michael Keaton. It's a really good film. Thanks for that, boss. And he actually agrees with me here. And I'll go with that about Mr. Bean. He's like a modern version of Benny Hill, not my taste. Benny Hill was fantastic. But Mr. Bean, there is some comedies that I don't get into. To be honest, there's a load of American ones. Like I don't know what they're fucking called. Never watched them. Just didn't like them. Didn't make me laugh. I don't know. I like a good comedy, a good comedy film. Like Trains, Planes and Automobiles. That was brilliant, that. And very poignant. But funny as well. Funny. And I keep saying to people, I like clever films. But there's two very clever films that you can only watch once. You can't watch them again. And that's Sixth Sense. You can't watch that again, You've also got, and that's with Bruce Willis, as you know, Sixth Sense. Very clever. And then you've got The Others with Nicole Kidman. That's a very clever film. The Others, really good. And if you haven't seen them, well, I think everyone's watched Sixth Sense, but if you haven't seen The Others, watch that. It's a cracking film. And Mr. Memory, John Mills and the History of Mr. Polly, and brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. I like Millsy. And I like him in the war ones. The propaganda ones. Where we at? I don't like propaganda in any shape or form today. But you had to have propaganda during the war years, unfortunately, because of our parents and grandparents having to suffer with fucking bombs during World War II. So I don't mind those films with the likes of Millsy. I'll tell you a cracking film in which they serve, and it was written and starred Noel Coward. Brilliant film. Proper propaganda, if you know what I mean. And you get a young Dickie Darling Attenborough. He's in it. Cracking film. I tell you one as well. What I watch if you like those type of films, I love them myself. There's a couple. One is The Way Ahead, and you can get a colour version of it. It was made around 1941, something like that. And you see all the old British stalwart actors that you know. And you go, well, you know that, and it stars David Niven. It stars David Niven. Really good, really good film. The Way Ahead. And I like the old Hitchcock ones as well. You know, before he went to the States, and he's had a few little British ones. And there's one called Young and Innocent. It's a cracking little film, and you get that colorized as well on YouTube. Young and Innocent. It's good. And what's the other one? Yeah, no, is it Young and Innocent? I forget what it's called. Yeah, Young and Innocent's good. But I'm trying to think of another one. Does that clash with it? No. Yeah, Young and Innocent. Watch that. It's a cracking little film. Hitchcock. And Mr. Memory. The Blue Lamp with Jimmy. Oh, fucking couldn't stand that Jimmy Hanley, you know. But Blue Lamp's a cracker. Dick Bogart. And Jack Warner. I couldn't stand that. Jimmy Hanley. His daughter was all right, though, Jenny. Do you ever remember her in Magpie? Because I do. I tend to think that the difference between our taste, says the boss, well, mine, and the other cultures, I like subtle rather than visual humour. What about the others on the chat, FC? Yeah, you know, well, they'll tell you if they've. Yeah. And Edward says, phone booth is good with. Yeah, it is. Where he can't move. It's good. You know, there has been great films from the past. Like I watched the other day for the first time, a few years, and it was still great. And that was No Country for Old Men. And the baddie in it was exceptional. An exceptional character. Brilliant. And the boss says, Mr. Polly was a book in our English class when I was a kid that we had to discuss and write an essay about. I was saying the other night when I was doing my paper, the old professor said to me, hey, listen, I want you to write. He said, I want you to look at Tolstoy's War and Peace. So I said, yeah, all right. When I got to the War and Peace, fucking hell, it was that thick. And I went to see it. I said, I can't do that. There's no fucking hell. It took me years to read it. Anyway, he said, no, just read a portion of it. Told me how many chapters to read and write about it. That's all. I said, okay. Leo Tolstoy. And he has a great quote, doesn't he? History would be a wonderful thing if it was true. And it's all about propaganda. What I was talking about before. You know, today's propaganda, shocking. Because you don't know what's true, if you know what I mean. And what's false. It's the way it goes. Farrell plays a lot of different parts of Weir's one. Was in Daredevil. Never seen it. Never seen it. Boss. Yep, great film, No Country. Yeah, it is, Edward. It really is. But try and get onto that 12 hours with Nicolas Cage. And I keep telling people to, as I said, I like clever films. There's one called, with Nicolas Cage again, and it's called The Family Man. That's a clever film. Well thought out. Talking of propaganda, Frank, wait till you see what comes out of LFC media if we look. Yeah. But you're getting it now, aren't you? You're getting it now. I've been looking at pods and God blimey, some people, I don't know what they watch. I just thought there was some American girl on some pod, and she said we're playing better than we were 3 weeks ago. That's when I turned it off. Turned the pod off, that is. So fuck that. Don't know where these people are. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know what they're fucking looking at, to be honest. They're not looking at the same games as we do. Sorry, back to films. I watched the Marvel films. I don't watch any of them because I read their comics when I was a kid. I don't watch them, I'm being honest. I won't watch anything like that. You know, they're great, full of action and whatever, whatever you like. No, superheroes, and it's all Americanism. Everything is Americanism because we're superheroes and they really believe that. And they're fucking useless. I'm being honest. I'm a historian. I've gone right through America, right through. I don't mean I've travelled through America. I know all about them. I know all about the wars. And they always keep saying we won the war. And they get away, they're just bullies. They get away with everything. Like that Peter Hesketh. Secretary of Defense, and he's just a greasy oaf, this fella. And his fucking tattoos, have a look at his tattoos. If you get a picture of him, I can't. And I'm sure he's got them all up his arm. He calls himself now, he changed his title from Secretary of Defense to the Secretary of War. Think about that. Think about Venezuela now. What they're fucking doing. bullying a sovereign state to put a stooge in, and that's what she is. Trump bullied the Nobel Peace Prize people to give this woman the Nobel Peace Prize because they want to put it in place in Venezuela. She's a stooge for Mossad, and she's a stooge for America, CIA. Believe me, they've nurtured her. And that's the truth. And they want to put it in place. They only want the resources of Venezuela, which includes, this vast bottomless pit of oil, emerald mines, gold mines, and there's other resources there for medicinal purposes. And they've been sanctioned for years because they couldn't do a regime change. And there's Trump yesterday being awarded the Peace Prize by FIFA. How corrupt is that? So we can get the Peace Prize and come January, February, a Nobel Peace Prize. And that's and yet he wants to start fucking wars. How can you give a man a peace prize? And I'm talking about FIFA here, because they brought FIFA football into disrepute with that. And I was talking last night about, on me current affairs, what's going on in the world last night, and I mentioned the Skripals and Novichok. Now, I didn't know that. I didn't know this last night, and I just mentioned them. The Skripals and the lies and propaganda about Novichok. And they done an investigation, and they must say the EU are totally now against Trump because he wants to bring peace to the Ukraine-Russian war. But, the peace plans fucking fell to bits because the Russians are not going to take it. But now they brought out about the Skripals, and that's to, believe it or not, that's to damage Trump. How can you trust Russia? They went and tried to kill, but a girl died. And I was watching a thing about it last night, and they were saying, this girl died. Now, that girl, she was a drug addict. And they discarded, it wasn't the Russians, it was the fucking British. They discarded this Novichok in a bin. And these two drug people, users, they were searching for drugs there and a boyfriend. Nothing about him either. But he didn't die, but the girl did. She must have picked up this and fucking died immediately simply because Novichok kills you. This is why, they were saying the Russians trying to kill the Skripals, and they put it on the door handle of his own. Now, if he were to put his hands on that, he would have been fucking dead. And it was like Alexei Navalny, who the Americans wanted in, and the MI6 wanted in as a puppet leader of Russia, so that the Americans and everybody else could go in and take the resources off Russia, because they thought that they'd get rid of Putin. I don't know why they make mistakes about Russia trying to take over regime. No fucking way. There's no way. They had a drunken person, Boris Yeltsin, when he was president, of Russia. But he was just drunk. He was being bribed left, right, and centre. Corrupt. Then Medvedev took over. But give Yeltsin his due. He was grooming to be leader. Putin. And Putin became leader. And he transformed Russia to what it is today. And if you haven't looked at Russia the way it is, just have a look. Looking unbelievable. But the greatest country, in my opinion, for change is China. China is unbelievable. Their cities are incredible. But haven't you noticed the way, the British, the Americans have always had them as enemies, the Chinese and the Russians? Have you noticed that? They've always had them as enemies. But you've got to look deeper into that. And you've got to look at a little tiny country in the Middle East. With people wearing the tiny hats. You look at them, they rule the world, and that's what they want. They want the likes of Russia gone, and the likes of even South America. They want to put in their people in South America. What I'm talking about is leaders. Like Mealy, whatever his fucking name is, the Argentinian. What is it? Hey, Auntie. Morning, mate. Morning, Auntie. How's everything? I don't go on Facebook anymore. I'll have to go through these. Just hang on a second. Heads up, you're there, coming there. Hang on. You're seeing Andy Gamble there, right? That's his firm who sponsors the Frank Carlyle show. And as I keep saying, if you've got Christmas a couple of weeks away, and if you're wanting to decorate, get these in. Get them in. They're fully insured. They're also time saved. No cowboys. They're in and out. Whatever way you want your house done, painted, decorated, just get them in, and they will leave it the way you want it. And that's Gap Painting Services. And if you're an elderly couple or even on your own, don't struggle. Get these people in, because you get a special discount. And also, the NHS. If you're an NHS worker, don't struggle coming home from mad shifts. Trying to decorate your place, get them in. You get a special discount too. And if you don't fit into the categories, as I keep saying, just get them come down to give you the price without any obligation. That's all. That's Gap Painting Services. The sponsors of every Frank Carlyle podcast. And that's the man there who owns Gap Painting, or he's the boss. He's the boss. He's the capo di tutti capi. The boss of all bosses is Andy Gamble. Morning, Andy. John Mills says Mr. Memory in the history of Mr. Yeah, it's absolute. I like Mills, as I said. I really like him. I don't know where I was up to. Yes, I watch, says the boss. I watch these Marvel films because they are supposed to be the stories that I read when I was a kid. Of course, they are Hollywoodized with a bit of government sponsorship. I don't watch them. I'm being honest. It's simply propaganda, American propaganda, that is. And the boss carries on. When I was a lad, we could only get imported comics from the USA or space comics. Which, listen, I never read comics because every Sunday that came into our house was the top of the Beezer. That did me. That did me. I wasn't a comic fan, to be honest. And the Beano, used to get the Beano as well. Sandy and Beano. Mr. Mill, what's your favourite Kenneth Moore film? How about A Night? Yeah, brilliant. And Reach for the Sky. Yeah, you get the Night to Remember. You get a colour version on YouTube, actually. You get a colour version on YouTube of A Night to Remember. Great film. Kenneth Moore's a great actor. I tell you what, I loved him in. I loved him in the 39 Steps because he gave us a different slant. The 39 Steps. When I was teaching English Lit, we read the book, John Buchan's book, The 39 Steps. And it was dark. And yes, the likes of Kenneth Moore. I'll tell you another version that was good, Robert Powell, but that was a TV version, if you know what I mean. And Kenneth Moore's was a proper film version, if you know what I mean. You know, you had to go to the cinema to watch it. And the likes of Robert Powell was a TV film, but it was good. It's a cracking little story. But as I said, Kenneth Moore, he brought a different aspect to it, if you can say aspect. Good, I like that. But Kenneth Moore is a great actor, one of my favourite actors, actually. Greetings, Andy. Can you paint our place in Dublin? Most probably you can. Kenneth Moore and Sink the Bismarck I watched with me dad when I was 10. God blimey, don't you ever fucking watch anything when you're grown up? You're always a kid reading comics, watching Sink the Bismarck when you were 10. Yeah, as I said, you want to try and watch it. You get it on YouTube. The Way Ahead. No one mentions it. No one's ever seen it then. Because I like the propaganda films for the Second World War simply because our families were being bombed. And they needed something when they went to the cinema to see something, which give them a little bit of hope and lift. And they were the propaganda film. I do not take any notice of propaganda today. I'm not sure, even the British come out with propaganda. This is what we're reading every day, unfortunately. But in wartime, when this country was under heavy pressure from the Germans and the Luftwaffe bombing us. Don't forget, we were the most bombed city outside London. And the most bombed town in the whole of the country was, believe it or not, Boot Hill. I like that. I used to watch all our yesterdays, as a young man. Used to watch it. All our yesterdays. You get nothing like that, unfortunately. That is Johan. Hiya, Johan. Good morning, Frank. Watch 47 Ronin. Great film. That brown, blue-eyed fox witch lady was my favourite character. Loved the mystical fantasy part of it. I said, didn't I, when I recommended to watch it, that there's fantasy in it. But, you take that anyway because it gives you a different slant on it. And yet it was a true story. Not the fantasy part, as he explained, but the fantasy part you took. That's why it was such a great film and a great love story. People tend to forget that. The love story was immense, it was intense, and there was slight people, wasn't there, against them. Very good story, great characters. That Sanada, is it? Oh, I forget his bloody name again. The Japanese actor, great actor. And it was centered around him, wasn't it, and Keanu Reeves. It was really good. Super cool, in my opinion. So, yes, thanks, Johan. Even Jason's watching The Outsider. He said it's great. He's got 2 episodes to finish. Two episodes, he said it's great. And Johan, Oishi, yeah, that was him, wasn't it? Oishi. But the actor himself, Sanada, is it? I think it's Sanada. No, it's not fucking Sanada. I've got it wrong, as usual. But anyway, great characters. Great characters in them. And when I first seen it, oh no, I can't give it away if no one's seen it. I can't give it away. And you know what I mean. I might send you an email and tell you, if when I seen it. The outfield, though. Morning, Frankie. Oh, come on, that's a bit early for that. Morning, Anfield. And the Anfield said, I watched the short film, Devil. I thought it was all right for the 80-minute runtime. Was that where they're in a lift? Raw. Was that where they were in a lift? Just called Devil? Because if it is, I thought it was very good too. If it's the right one. Let me know, Anfield, if you're still with us. Talking of a Japanese actors, I saw Ken Watanabe in a film, Sea of Trees, you might like. A bit of a mystery story. Yeah, lad. M. Night Shyamalan, Frankie wrote it. I like M. Night Shyamalan. I think he's a very good writer and director. That's why I liked. No one seemed to have liked it, to be honest. M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening, but there's a story within a story of it, and people fail to see that. The Happening. Mark Wahlberg and Zooey Deschanel. It's really good. That's in my opinion. And when people have gone, I didn't like that, but I enjoyed it because, as I said, there's a story within a story, and that's what M. Night Shyamalan more or less does, with his films. I don't know whether he did. No, he didn't, because Frank Darabont, he directed The Mist, the film The Mist, not the series. The Mist. Do you know what, Anfield? I was going to watch that, and I don't know what made me not watch it. I'm being honest. Godzilla -1. I'll give that a go. Instead of doing a watch along, I think I'll watch this. Godzilla -1. I don't mind the old Godzilla films. Frankie, you've seen Hide and Seek. Do you know what? He told me to watch that. I'm sure Jason says he's seen it to watch it. Hide and Seek. De Niro and Dakota Fanning. Yeah, I'll have a go at that. I haven't seen it. Or have I? No, I haven't seen it. Definitely haven't seen it. Or have I? I think I have. I think I've seen it. And it's very good. Doesn't he play the uncle or something? Or something like that. I'll have to be sure. And the Anfields love The Mist. And do you know what? Anfield, lots of people never liked it. Lots of people. Because I like the director, Frank Darabont. He directed it. And I think it's a cracking film. Along with The Happening. But Stephen King did write that one, yeah. It's just like Stephen King's The Outsider. But that's a TV series. But it's only a short TV series. It starts and ends in one little eight episodes or 10 episodes. But I watched it one day. I got up, just sitting there like you do, and I decided to turn the telly on, seeing that. I said, I think I'll watch that. Let's see what this is all about. The Outsider. Put it on. Powerful stuff. We watching yeah. So watch it. Put your earmuffs on because of the expletives. Salute. Frankie, The Mist has the best twists ever. Precisely. Precisely. Great special effects as well. Great special effects. And the boss says, all these other films from FC and Raw, haven't you had enough with the double Dutch coaching? I don't need to be scared anymore. Now watch them then. Watch them. You'll enjoy them. The happening and the mist isn't really horror, to be honest. It's a story. The happening is a story. A story within a story. And also, the mist is a story within a story. What goes on in the world. Both films. People don't get it. People don't get it. It's like literature, the history of literature. When I talk about that, people just read a story. You know, I'm talking about the classics. I'm not talking fucking Mills and Boone or anything like that. I'm talking about the classics. And when they read Whence in Depth with A Christmas Carol, it's so nice reading it, you know, book-wise. But I always read the unabridged ones. Don't read the adapted story. Read the proper story that was written, not the adapted one or the abridged one. Anyway, there's always a story within, especially A Christmas Carol. You know, people have read it. People haven't read it. They just watch the film and think that they've watched, you know, something which is great, which it is, don't get me wrong. But when you actually read the story, they're missing vital points. They're missing the underbelly of the story. They're just bypassing it. Like anything else, by the way. They're missing the main themes. They're only looking at one theme, but there's a multitude of themes. Believe it or not. Boss, yeah. Frankie, I gave The Kingdom of Heaven, Ridley Scott. It's long, but on my second viewing, it's actually a pretty good film. Yeah, seen it. Kingdom of Heaven. Agree with you, the Anfield. Yeah. Kingdom of Heaven, well made, says the boss to the Raw. But as I said, you know, if you just want to watch a little series back to back, but not the second series, because they made a second one, and I won't watch it. Is Your Honor with Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston. Very good. Excellent, in fact. Jesus. Got this fucking itch back again now on my nose. Do you believe it? Mad. No, right under my nose. Right on my nostril here. So you can't do that because it doesn't look nice, does it, on a pod? Frankie, did you watch Doctor Sleep? No, no, I didn't. I was going to watch it because it was a follow-up, wasn't it, of The Shining. No, I didn't watch it. I was going to watch it. I put it on for about 5 minutes. Doctor Sleep. Yeah, I saw you're on it. Yes, excellent, says the boss there. There you go. And Krista, I Frank and everyone. Like and subscribe. Thank you. I've nearly got 2K now. It's only, you see, the only chat when you go on YouTube, you see what's going on. You know, the main titles. But I'm not there yet. I think you've got to have 2K before, you know, you get thrown up there. So I might be thrown up there on the main one. Our pods. The football pods. And everything else. Even this. TV and film. And I'm feeling all letting on to Christopher. He's a good fella, Christopher, by the way. He's a genuine fella, honestly. He's a really nice fella. I watched Your Honour on your recommendation, Frankie. I wish the second season was as good as the first. I wouldn't watch the second season. It's like I tell you what I tell you what it's like as well. What I mean by what it's like. I watched Tulsa King with Sly Stallone. First series, absolutely brilliant. Second series, absolutely brilliant. And when he brought out the third one, I said, oh, fuck this. So I watched an episode, 2 episodes of that, and that was it. You see, where it's solid, any series, where it's solid, like the first one's solid, second one's solid. And then they lose the impetus of good storylines because, and sometimes they do the same old rehash. And that's where, I just don't watch any, like season 3 and season 4 and what the fuck? No. And the boss, yeah, he was Breaking Bad. I tell you the film, and I didn't like the sequel. You know, the second one. And I'll tell you what it is. I think they get in different fucking writers, and them first writers, you know, done a good job. But the second writers, you know, I don't think they've seen the film, if you know what I mean. So they just written it. And I'll tell you what it was. Nobody. It was a cracking film. And they did the second one. Nah. No. And the boss, Frank, have you seen The Old Man? The most realistic spy series I have seen. Jeff Bridges. No, I haven't. I don't think there's anything better than Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. if it's a series. Nothing better. John le Carre's Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Breathtaking. What was the film that Denome Elliott? Something of the Realm. Cracking film. Cracking film. Defense of the Realm. It's an old film. Gabriel Byrne. Denome Elliott. Great cast. Stalwart actors. Stellar cast, in other words. I was gutted when Mindhunter was altered by David Fincher. That was great. Never watched it, being honest. Anfield, never watched it, mate. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Been shopping in Aldi. Says the lovely little Lambie. Little Ellen. As you're here, you've missed everything. It's been absolutely brilliant this morning, Ambi. Really has. We had a very special guest in, you know. We had Ricky Tomlinson. He's just been with me here. He's just got off. And he's been answering questions, you know, from the chatters. They've been asking him, you know, certain questions and that. It was like a question and answer thing, you know. And he was really good. But he had to get off. He said, I've got to go, Frank. I said, all right. And he got off. He said, can I come on again? I said, no. I said, you'd only come in for half an hour. He said, you'd be here with me for 2 hours. Are you going? Is that another half an hour shot you want? No, sorry, Ricky. So that's who you missed. And the on-field spot on, Frankie. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Excellent. And Smiley's friends, yes. They're the proper spies. Yes, Tinker Tailor was excellent, says the boss. Christopher. Yep, there are certain numbers you hit on YouTube. And 1 million subs, I think you can sell merchandise after 10. Well, there's no chance of me getting there 10, so... I know, says Christopher. And she says, I used to look forward to the Xmas radio, and so did I, coming out so I could mark the films to watch. Do you ever remember every Christmas? I'm going back a few years now. But every Christmas you always had dun 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 dun. And you only need that as an introduction without giving you the title. Dun 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 dun. Oh, you'll all be one. What's Frank going on about? Ambi says, no, you didn't. So you never went shopping at 2 Aldi, did you? You just been watching it since we started. Oh, you didn't. I love it. The Great Escape. That's it, see? The Great Escape. Used to be on every Christmas. Dun, 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 dun. Great film, though. So, Frankie, our team that we love to... what's to be done today, mate? Haven't a clue. I don't trust Slot. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't, bro. Excuse me. Ricky couldn't have been on the show because I saw him in out. She's the little lumpy. I like that. I like that. Well in, Helen. I was plugging your footy channel on the Anfield WAP whilst arguing with a few, just for fun, says the boss. If all the angry join you, maybe you get 10,000, then they ban you. Most probably. Thanks for that anyway. Thank you. See, no one shares, the things. See, you get a lot of slot lovers. They think that, honestly, they think that he won us the league, and it wasn't him. Being honest, I've got to say it. And it was Mo Salah who won us the league. It was Mo. Fucking hell, this thing. God, blimey. Sometimes when I'm in bed, it itches me. And I've got to move myself. Scratch me bloody. Well, I don't like it. Just get me Yankee in. Because it's very sensitive, isn't it? You know, here. Look, see? There. Oh, it's terrible. I'm part of the Rat Pack. Oh, yeah. He says, the Italian Job, I'd love to see that on the big screen sometime. It's been on, the Italian Job, with Michael Payne. Michael Payne and the arse, him. A cousin of our family's in there. An actor. Italian actor, by the way. And his name is Rathbaloni. And he's in it. He's the mafia boss in the Michael Payne and your ass, the Italian Job. Or do you mean the other version with, right now, what's his name? He's a right prat as well, apparently, this fella. Oh, what's his name? I mean, on set, he's always arguing with other people and treats the crew horribly. Oh. God blame, I can see his face. And he's a good actor, actually. He's not a bad actor. I forget his name. What's he been in? The Illusionist. Being in The Illusionist. I'll tell you what he played. He played, I think his first film was with Richard Gere, where Richard Gere is a lawyer. And he kills, not Richard Gere, but the fellow who he goes to defend, he actually kills. a priest because he's an altar boy, you see, and he kills a priest. And there's a great twist in it. I forget what it's called, unfortunately, but he's in the he's the killer, shall we say, this actor. Jesus, I forget his name, but I believe he's horrible, offsetting that. Edward, Frank, you said last year that Christmas starts on the on the 1st of November. I never said that. You said last year that Christmas starts on the 1st of November. Did I say that? Unless it's, I think if you're talking about advertising and everything else, that's in bloody August. White Christmas. Yeah, White Christmas is very good. The original one with Danny Kaye and Bing. Yeah. God, blimey, this is fucking terrible, this. It doesn't half it, you know. It's a terrible itch. And it really, my nose is becoming sore with it. It's right, the songs and deckies come out then. Yeah, in town. Yeah, they do. I always put my decorations up on the 10th or the 11th of December. And our Francine's coming down with my little granddaughter, and they're going to put, like, I have a garland, around the fire and coming down to do that. I have a Father Christmas because I didn't bother, being honest. And Francine said to me a couple of years ago, she said, Dad, Sophia comes down to see you on Christmas Day. Why don't you have something, not just Christmas Day? She said, she comes down. Why don't you put some decorations? So I went out and bought decorations. Like a big garland and, put loads of lights around her. Father Christmas. And I think something else I've got. Don't know. Amby. Good morning, Anfield Road. I'd start Salah tonight. We had no right winger in the games. He never played. Yeah, says Edward. Yeah. Do you know what I was talking to, Gary? I was talking to Jason, and we were talking about franchises, and they just go beyond, the pale, and they just fizzle out. And I said, the only really franchise of films with sequels and all this, I said, the only successful ones was the Carry-Ons. And we agreed. He agreed. He said, yeah. We were talking about like Rambo, where it became silly, and all these other stupid things, if you know what I mean. And funny how the Carry-On film, they were all dying off, weren't they? You can never get a bunch of people today to do a Carry-On, no matter how good they are. You can't replace Charles Autry, can you? You can't replace Kenneth Williams, Atty Jinks, Sid James, Bernard, but you can't. It's impossible to replace them. Carry On Camping and Carry On Behind are my two favourites. Carry On Behind. Windsor Davis. Trying to cough at two dolly birds, as they call them. So funny. Windsor Davis. Great in Windsor. Noticed a big change on comments. Majority pissed off with a slot. Anyway, thanks for the show. All our yesterdays were fake. Take care, kiddo. You never walk alone with hope. Thanks, boss, and thanks for recommending me. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I do, you know. The pack says the Michael Caine Italian Job, not yet. Oh, you're on about Christian Bale, Frank. No, it's not Christian Bale. And yeah, obviously you know about Christian Bale. He's another prick, him. Being horrible on, what's his fucking name? He is a good actor. He is a really good actor. Primal Fear. He's in Primal Fear. He's the killer in it. Great film, that. It's a great film. If you like twisty things. But I forget the lad's name. But he's a right prick, like Christian Bale. Another prick. Tell you who else was a prick. Steve McQueen. He was fucking horrible, him. To the girls in his life. If you raise your hand to a girl, fuck off. Ever seen the End starring Burt Reynolds? It's funny, says Gary. Burt Reynolds used to take the piss out of himself. He really did. He took the piss out of himself. And the office says to Gary, the never-ending story isn't around anymore either. I'll be finishing in a moment, lads. I've got to get ready for that, Francine. Will you hurry up, Dad? Xmas, just an excuse for the TV channels to show repeats. See you next time. Hope the Reds show up without a coach by the bus at Leeds. With best wishes, Frank. Be well. You never walk alone with hope. Adios. Thanks, boss. You got us, Alfred. My comment was meant to be funny, says Gary. Didn't know anyone was funny. The Alfred went over Frankie's head. I'm thinking about Edward Norton. Johan, thank you. Edward Norton, that's it. He's a great actor. But what a prat. He's horrible. Like Christian fucking Bale. These are these people think they are. True. Thanks, Johan. Couldn't think of his name. Mark Wahlberg, Italian Job. That one, yeah, that was okay, that. I didn't like Michael Caine, you know. I've never liked him. Something fucking about him. Yeah, Gary says Jim Carrey has become a prick as well. Nobody will work with him. But he went against the establishment, didn't he? The Hollywood establishment. See, everybody tries to hang on to jobs, if you know what I mean, or he won't say anything. What scores you reckon? So fuck that. I'm not giving any more predictions. Honest. I've got to do this fucking watch along. It's hard to predict a win, says Edwards. Yeah. You know, we used to always predict, didn't we? Oh, we fucking beat these fucking, and we can't see it now. Edwards, I really want to win, but a draw looks our best. This team is led by an inept coach, says the Raw. He is inept. Raw probably ends up at that, yeah. Don't jinx it. Just well. I'll tell you what time. Hang on. Frankie, what's your favourite submarine? Unforred's October's a cracker. And there's another little We Dive at Dawn. But that was a propaganda film during the war. Just give me a minute on. I'll tell you what time. I know. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, now. Fucks. I come on at 4:45. 4:45. I'm on today. Quarter to 5. Should be 5 p.m. The hunt for Ed October is good, says Edward. Hopefully, slop fucks up tomorrow. We're at it again tonight. Do you like Crimson Tide? Yeah, I do. Yes. I will set my alarm for 4:30, says TW. And on that note, ladies and gents, little Lambie's with us. Das Boot. That's a cracking film, TW. Das Boot. That's a cracking film. The Germaline one. Really good. And the Amphibian. People go on about Titanic as Cameron's best. I think the Abyss is the best he has done. That's a cracking film, though. The Abyss. It's a very unusual one, isn't it? The abyss. Aliens under the water. That's the one, Grace. See. Das Boot slot out pronto. No, The Abyss was a cracking film, yes. Good that, isn't it? Yeah. Listen, boys and girls, I've got to go. Honestly, I've got to get ready for that. Well, I'm ready. I've still got my pajama bottoms on. Honestly, so I've got to get changed because she always rings me. She's downstairs in the car park and says, "Dad, hurry up." Oh, fucking hell. So Dad, I'll have to hurry up. Put slot in a philo. What's a philo? A filing cabinet. No, don't put them in a filing cabinet. Unless you put them in, close the drawer and fucking lock it. Yeah, don't mind that. See you, Frankie. Latest gang. See you the Anfield. 4:45, everyone. Thank you, Tay. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later on. See you later. It's on Sky Sports, isn't it? Yeah, it's on Sky Sports. And I'll see you around 4:45. Thank you. 5. 4:45, 5, whatever that is. Thanks anyway. See you later, boys and girls. Ciao.